I've been here since 1982, I think, 31 years. And back when we started with my family back in grade 9, we met in the school. We met at West Heights School, and I remember being part of the original building campaign. There was a big fundraising dinner, and I was there with the youth group, and we did something. So it's been a long time, but now I'm part of it from the other side.
Well, I first came to West Heights when Dave and I got married, and that's 17 years ago now. And I remember how welcome I felt and how much I was just included into the fabric of the church. And it's been an amazing experience to be part of this community over these last. There are many things I love about West Heights, but one of the main things is that we're a community church. I love living in this community and knowing that our church has a presence in the community. I remember talking to someone once, and they hadn't even been in our church before, and they said, "It seems like your church has a lot of life to it." And the fact that we have that reputation in the community, that the things we've done, that we've proactively been going out, doing things like the carnival and Project Serve and sending those flyers out for Christmas Eve. I love that people know who we are and they think positively about us. And I think that just sets the stage to make such an impact for God's mission in our community. And I'm just excited about where that's going to continue to go.
What motivates me to serve? I think about the word servant. I want to hear at the end of my life, "Well done, good and faithful servant." I think at West Heights, it's easy to serve because I see that we're having an impact. I think that I want to be part of something that's being effective, that's doing something. And I think at West Heights, it's easy to do that. I want to be the person who says, yes, I can do that. And when people come to me and ask whether I can do it, even whether it's not something that I think is necessarily something that I'm great at, I want to be the person who says yes.
I love feeling like we're doing something that has eternal significance, that is bigger than we are, but we are being a part of what God's doing in this community at this time. And we just want to be part of that mission. And I feel like everything we've been given, our time and our energy and our finances and the abilities we're given, that they're just really not given for us. We're given them to give back and to give away. And there's an incredible sense of meaning and purpose and joy in doing that. And I feel like I get so much more back than I give.
For me, giving to the church has actually been a very rewarding experience over time. I think during our married life, it's been a growing experience for me. I think that as the years have gone on, we've sort of stretched ourselves and given more and more. And I feel that that's been rewarding to us, especially for me, to take that step of faith and to hold the money more loosely and not think about saving and what's going to come. And of course we do these things, but we can give sacrificially, and just it's a very freeing thing for me. When was a time when we would have given sacrificially? Well, this is something that happened a few years ago. It was something that we did anonymously, and we had never really intended to share, but Todd had asked us whether we would be willing to share because it might encourage people. A few years ago, we gave a large anonymous gift to the church, and the reason we did that was, as I said, I like to save. It's just the way I'm wired. And I've always said it's God's money, He gets the first amount. But I reached a point where I couldn't say for sure that was true. I was saving this money, it was there, it represented security to me, and I really questioned in my own mind whether I could really say this was God's money. And I reached the point where I felt that I had to dig into that and give sacrificially out of that, just to demonstrate to myself that this really was God's money. And for me, it was just a wonderful experience. I said to Melanie, I feel that we should do this. She said, absolutely, let's go do it. And so for both of us, it was a very positive experience. For greater things, I'm excited because it seems to me that West Heights is healthy, and that that a healthy church is going to have an impact in its community. For me, Greater Things is us responding to this opportunity God's put in front of us. We have this opportunity, and if we're faithful to it, we'll be able to have an even greater impact for God in this area.
For me personally, over these last few years, it has been such a faith stretching and growing experience in just choices of how to use my own gifts and how to step out in faith. And I love being part of a church that encourages us to do that and keeps it in front of us, that God has a purpose for our lives and that we can trust Him and we can step out and do these things. And as we're just going into this fall and looking ahead to what we want for our church, I look forward in faith to seeing what God's going to do through our church. And our church is stepping out and taking risks of faith here too. And I think we're living out what we say we believe, that we believe God wants to do things not just through our lives, but through our church, and that we're going to step out in faith and believe Him that He'll continue to do great things through us. So I'm excited to see what the future holds.